July 10th. The Old Testament reading. 1 Chronicles chapter 9 verse 1 to chapter 10 verse 14. So all Israel were listed by genealogies, and behold, they are written in the book of the kings of Israel. Judah was carried away captive to Babylon for their disobedience. Now the first inhabitants who lived in their possessions in their cities were Israel, the priests, the Levites, and the temple servants. In Jerusalem there lived of the children of Judah, of the children of Benjamin, and of the children of Ephraim and Manasseh, Uthai the son of Ammihud, the son of Omri, the son of Imri, the son of Bani, of the children of Perez, the son of Judah. Of the Shilonites, Asaiah the firstborn and his sons. Of the sons of Zerah, Jeuel and their brothers, 690. Of the sons of Benjamin, Sallu the son of Meshullam, the son of Hodaviah, the son of Hasenuah, and Ibniah the son of Jeroham, and Elah the son of Uzzi, the son of Mikri, and Meshullam the son of Shephatiah, the son of Royel, the son of Ibnijah, and their brothers according to their generations, 956. All these men were heads of fathers' household by their fathers' houses. Of the priests, Jedaiah, Jehoiarib, Jachin, and Azariah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Zadok, the son of Merioth, the son of Ahitub, the ruler of God's house, and Adiah the son of Jeroham, the son of Pashur, the son of Malchijah, and Masai the son of Adiel, the son of Jezerah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Meshillemith, the son of Immer, and their brothers, heads of their fathers' houses, 1,760. They were very able men for the work of the service of God's house. Of the Levites, Shemaiah the son of Hashub, the son of Azrikam, the son of Hashabiah, of the sons of Merari, and Bakbakkar, Harish, Galal, and Mattaniah, the son of Micah, the son of Zikri, the son of Asaph, and Obadiah the son of Shemaiah, the son of Galal, the son of Jeduthun, and Berechiah the son of Asa, the son of Elkanah, who lived in the villages of the Netophathites. The gatekeepers, Shallum, Akub, Talmon, Ahiman, and their brothers, Shallum was the chief, who previously served in the king's gate eastward. They were the gatekeepers for the camp of the children of Levi. Shallum was the son of Kor, the son of Abisaph, the son of Korah, and his brothers of his father's house. The Korahites were over the work of the service, keepers of the thresholds of the tent. Their fathers had been over the Lord's camp, keepers of the entry. Phinehas the son of Eleazar was ruler over them in time past, and the Lord was with him. Zechariah the son of Meshlemiah was gatekeeper of the door of the tent of meeting. All these who were chosen to be gatekeepers in the thresholds were 212. These were listed by genealogy in their villages, whom David and Samuel the seer ordained in their office of trust. So they and their children had the oversight of the gates of the Lord's house, even the house of the tent, as guards. On the four sides were the gatekeepers, toward the east, west, north, and south. Their brothers in their villages were to come in every 7 days from time to time to be with them, for the four chief gatekeepers, who were Levites, were in an office of trust and were over the rooms and over the treasuries in God's house. They stayed around God's house because that was their duty, and it was their duty to open it morning by morning. Certain of them were in charge of the vessels of service, for these were brought in by count, and these were taken out by count. Some of them also were appointed over the furniture, and over all the vessels of the sanctuary, over the fine flour, the wine, the oil, the frankincense, and the spices. Some of the sons of the priests prepared the mixing of the spices. Mattathiah, one of the Levites, who was the firstborn of Shallum the Korahite, had the office of trust over the things that were baked in pans. Some of their brothers of the sons of the Kohathites were over the show bread to prepare it every Sabbath. These are the singers, heads of fathers' households of the Levites, who lived in the rooms and were free from other service. for they were employed in their work day and night. These were heads of fathers' households of the Levites, and throughout their generations, chief men. They lived at Jerusalem. Jael, the father of Gibeon, whose wife's name was Maacah, lived in Gibeon. His firstborn son was Abdon, then Zur, Kish, Baal, Ner, Nadab, Gedor, Ahio, Zechariah, and Michloth. Michloth became the father of Shimeam. They also lived with their relatives in Jerusalem, near their relatives. Ner became the father of Kish. Kish became the father of Saul. Saul became the father of Jonathan, Malchishua, Abinadab, and Eshbaal. The son of Jonathan was Merib-Baal. Merib-Baal became the father of Micah. The sons of Micah, Pithon, Melech, Tariah, and Ahaz. Ahaz became the father of Jarah. Jarah became the father of Alameth, Asmaveth, and Zimri. Zimri became the father of Mosa. Mosa became the father of Beniah, Raphiah his son, Eleasah his son, and Azel his son. Azel had 6 sons whose names are Azrikam, Bokeru, Ishmael, Shariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. These were the sons of Azel. Now the Philistines fought against Israel, and the men of Israel fled from before the Philistines and fell down slain on Mount Gilboa. The Philistines followed hard after Saul and after his sons, and the Philistines killed Jonathan, Abinadab, and Malchishua, the sons of Saul. The battle went hard against Saul, and the archers overtook him, and he was distressed by reason of the archers. Then Saul said to his armor-bearer, "Draw your sword and thrust me through with it, lest these uncircumcised come and abuse me." But his armor-bearer would not, for he was terrified. Therefore Saul took his sword and fell on it. When his armor-bearer saw that Saul was dead, he likewise fell on his sword and died. So Saul died with his 3 sons, and all his house died together. When all the men of Israel who were in the valley saw that they fled, and that Saul and his sons were dead, they abandoned their cities and fled, and the Philistines came and lived in them. On the next day, when the Philistines came to strip the slain, they found Saul and his sons fallen on Mount Gilboa. They stripped him and took his head and his armor, then sent into the land of the Philistines all around to carry the news to their idols and to the people. They put his armor in the house of their gods, and fastened his head in the house of Dagon. When all Jabesh Gilead heard all that the Philistines had done to Saul, all the valiant men arose and took away the body of Saul and the bodies of his sons, and brought them to Jabesh, and buried their bones under the oak in Jabesh, and fasted 7 days. So Saul died for his trespass, which he committed against the Lord, because of the Lord's word, which he didn't keep, and also because he asked counsel of one who had a familiar spirit, to inquire and didn't inquire of the Lord. Therefore he killed him and turned the kingdom over to David the son of Jesse. The New Testament reading. Acts chapter 27, verse 21 to verse 44. When they had been long without food, Paul stood up in the middle of them and said, "Sirs, you should have listened to me, and not have set sail from Crete, and have gotten this injury and loss. Now I exhort you to cheer up, for there will be no loss of life among you, but only of the ship. For there stood by me this night an angel, belonging to the God whose I am and whom I serve, saying, 'Don't be afraid, Paul. You must stand before Caesar. Behold, God has granted you all those who sail with you. Therefore, sirs, cheer up, for I believe God that it will be just as it has been spoken to me. But we must run aground on a certain island.' But when the 14th night had come, as we were driven back and forth in the Adriatic Sea, about midnight the sailors surmised that they were drawing near to some land. They took soundings and found 20 fathoms. After a little while they took soundings again and found 15 fathoms. Fearing that we would run aground on rocky ground, they let go 4 anchors from the stern and wished for daylight. As the sailors were trying to flee out of the ship and had lowered the boat into the sea, pretending that they would lay out anchors from the bow, Paul said to the centurion and to the soldiers, 'Unless these stay in the ship, You can't be saved." Then the soldiers cut away the ropes of the boat and let it fall off. While the day was coming on, Paul begged them all to take some food, saying, "Today is the 14th day that you wait and continue fasting, having taken nothing. Therefore I beg you to take some food, for this is for your safety, for not a hair will perish from any of your heads." When he had said this and had taken bread, he gave thanks to God in the presence of all. Then he broke it and began to eat. Then they all cheered up, and they also took food. In all, we were 276 souls on the ship. When they had eaten enough, they lightened the ship, throwing out the wheat into the sea. When it was day, they didn't recognize the land, but they noticed a certain bay with a beach, and they decided to try to drive the ship onto it. Casting off the anchors, they left them in the sea, at the same time untying the rudder ropes. Hoisting up the foresail to the wind, they made for the beach, but coming to a place where two seas met, they ran the vessel aground. The bow struck and remained immovable, but the stern began to break up by the violence of the waves. The soldiers' counsel was to kill the prisoners, so that none of them would swim out and escape. But the centurion, desiring to save Paul, stopped them from their purpose, and commanded that those who could swim should throw themselves overboard first to go toward the land, and the rest should follow, some on planks and some on other things from the ship. So they all escaped safely to the land. Psalm chapter 78, verse 1 to verse 16. Hear my teaching, my people. Turn your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from their children, telling to the generation to come the praises of the Lord, his strength, and his wondrous deeds that he has done. For he established a covenant in Jacob, and appointed a teaching in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children, that the generation to come might know, even the children who should be born, who should arise and tell their children, that they might set their hope in God, and not forget God's deeds, but keep his commandments, and might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that didn't make their hearts loyal, whose spirit was not steadfast with God. The children of Ephraim, being armed and carrying bows, turned back in the day of battle. They didn't keep God's covenant and refused to walk in his law. They forgot his doings, his wondrous deeds that he had shown them. He did marvelous things in the sight of their fathers, in the land of Egypt, in the field of Zoan. He split the sea and caused them to pass through. He made the waters stand as a heap. In the daytime he also led them with a cloud, and all night with a light of fire. He split rocks in the wilderness, and gave them drink abundantly as out of the depths. He brought streams also out of the rock, and caused waters to run down like rivers. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 23 to verse 24. The poor plead for mercy, but the rich answer harshly. A man of many companions may be ruined, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. This concludes our reading for today. God bless you and see you tomorrow.
You said arise and go to the place of your vow. So we're burying our idols in the shadows right now. Purify our hearts, change the clothes that we wear. For the God who answered me in the day of despair. From Bethel to the road where the pillars are laid, your promise is a debt that you've already paid.
Lord, hungry walk the fields, pulling grain from the vine, but the law of the heart is the love of the divine. For the Son of Man is Lord of the day of rest, healing the withered hand, putting mercy to the test. He won't break a bruised reed or quench a smoking wick. He's the hope for the weary and the balm for the sick. I will give thanks with all of my heart. I'll tell of the wonders and the grace you impart. I will be glad and exalt in your name. My enemies turn back, they are covered in shame. For you sit on the throne, judging righteously, the Most High God, the King of eternity.
Don't let wisdom escape from the sight of your eyes. Keep sound judgment for the heart of the wise. It's life for your soul and adornment for your grace. You'll walk in your way in a secure place. Your foot will not stumble, your heart will not fear, for the Lord is your confidence, always near.
When you lie down, you will not be afraid. In the quiet of the night where the foundations are laid, your sleep will be sweet, for your trust is in Him. Through the genealogy of kings and the shadows grow dim in His name, the nations will put all their hope. A love with no limit, a grace with no scope. I will give thanks with all of my heart. I'll tell of the wonders and the grace you impart. I will be glad and exalt in your name. My enemies turn back, they are covered in shame. For you sit on the throne, judging righteously, the Most High God, the